Welcome r/Nuclearrevenge. Hellish client gets what's coming to him. Hey all. So I'm a freelance web developer. Had a guy contact me saying there was a small project he needed help with, stating it should take minutes, and wanted to pay $50. Fair enough. He also states that he needs it done by the end of the day, since he's apparently in a tight spot with his employer, so he needs it done fast. Also fair enough. I'm not going to turn it down, just because it's a tight deadline. I get in and find out his previous developer was very sloppy and the code was damn near impossible to read. His site is in Squarespace and a lot of second-rate developers work there, which is fair, because it's pretty easy. I tell the client this code is horrible and I need to reform it. Then it turns out the new links that he wanted in there completely broke everything. I told him that it would likely take about 6 hours to get all of this sorted out, and he said that was fine and would compensate me accordingly by my hourly rate of $80/HR. So I finish everything up, tell him the total of $640, and he agrees. Says he can pay me the next day. This "I'll pay you the next day" BS goes on for about 2 weeks, and I try to call him again on the most recent day that he said he'd pay me. Turns out he's now blocked my number. A couple days go by of trying to contact him while still getting nothing. I went to log into the site to cut my losses and delete my work. Turns out he's changed the password. At this point it's clear to me this was planned, so I'm pissed. I email him stating that if I don't hear anything within 48 hours, I'll be serving him court papers and demand of payment to his address that I had to find through an ancestry site, and subsequently call his apartment complex to confirm before I serve some poor sap with random court papers. He doesn't email for 24 hours, and this morning I find out that I'm still logged into his site through the Squarespace app. Clearly this is a huge vulnerability in Squarespace since I changed his password and I was still in on the app. I'll likely report this to them. This is when my revenge comes into play. I created a new email which I then used to sign up for a new Squarespace account with, invite myself a contributor, so I can access on desktop as well, and set his live site as password protected. He sees this and is repeatedly emailing and texting me saying he can pay me $250, but $750 now with late fees is just insane and way too much. Now apparently he can pay me on Monday, which I've heard plenty of already. This pissed me off even more, so I stated I would continue adding late fees until he pays up, and that his site will continue to be mine. Now his site is indeed live again, but every page autoplays shitty SoundCloud rappers, and all the links he had me place now take the user to cool math games. I considered Pornhub, but perhaps that's a bit much. I've never done this to other clients, but this dude is a 43-year-old piece of garbage. I should also state that I pride myself in my work and generally run on a very professional level. However, I won't accept no payment and being dicked around for weeks. Hey guys, sorry I posted a couple updates, but it looks like not everyone is seeing them in the comments, so here we go. Update 1. Hey everyone. Quick update. He decided that he once again only wanted to pay me $400 maximum, so here are our 2 most recent texts as of yesterday. Client, we need to agree on middle ground here. I'll do $400 total, but that's insane considering my guy, if he did not go Maya does it for 50 to 75 inches. Client, Monday $250, and when I get my checks I'll do $150 out of that. Me. Before anything else, I need you to understand that what other people charge is 100% not my problem. I personally know devs that charge $5/HR and others that charge $1,000/HR. People charge what they charge, based on their work. You should also realize that you're saying the guy that charges you a lower rate went Maya. That being said, I also want to say I'm wildly disappointed in the behavior you've chosen to exhibit. I would never dare question someone's hourly rate unless they provided completely second-rate work that was entirely unusable. In fact, I had to fix your previous developer second-rate work. I also would never dare tell someone tomorrow and next Monday, I swear, over and over again, nor would I then decide to question pricing almost 3 weeks later. I'm 22 and seem to understand these basic principles of respect better than you do. That's completely shameful, particularly for someone who is supposed to be a respected businessman. Even considering all of this and all of the frustration you've put me through, I'd be willing to compromise at $500 due to the late fees that I clearly stated you would need to pay. I did my best to be reasonable, since I truthfully don't want to go to court. I have plenty of headaches with other facets of my life already, so I'd rather not. I figured $500 would be enough to call it a day. Currently, as it stands with late fees and original price, he's looking at $800 flat. I sent that message yesterday at 8:26 p.m. He has still yet to reply, so I reached out to a lawyer I know through a group of car guys I used to wrench with. He said I should send a letter of demand payment by certified mail signed by lawyer's name with a request of proof of receipt. I think that's what it's called, can't remember exactly what he called it. When I send the letter, I'm also supposed to email him explaining the current situation in which he could be serving jail or prison time with fines. Again, I can't remember the exact numbers, but if the late fees get to a certain point, he could be looking at 2 years in prison and a fairly hefty fine to the state with a felony charge for theft of services on his record. Thanks for the support and constructive criticism from everyone. Looking forward to bring this a shut down, if it comes to it. Update 2. Woke up this morning to a $100 Venmo payment and a message stating, "Sorry, didn't see your message until today. Was in upstate New York all weekend. Can get you $250 more when my checks come in this week." My reply, "Thanks for the heads up. Expect to be served with a letter of demand payment tomorrow and a fun time in court for theft of services if you don't pay me in full by Friday. Again, thanks for the support and criticism. Will update on Friday." Update 3. Sorry guys, I ended up having an emergency with my daughter over the weekend and missed the promised update. So far he's still only paid me $100. He has $800 due tomorrow with the understanding that he's due to pay me the remaining balance, otherwise he will be facing theft of services charges. He's confirmed he's received the demand of payment letter and I have a lawyer on retainer that is ready to pull the trigger on him tomorrow if I'm not paid by 5 p.m. CST. Update 4. I've been dicked around some more after deciding to be somewhat merciful. Here's what has ensued today after he informed me he would be paying the remaining balance today. Client, I'm at bank now with my advisor. I'll let you know as soon as I'm back. I'm sorting out a bunch of shit. I got home late and went to bed. I have busy day today too, and I have strep throat still etc. I said I'd pay you more, just be patient. I'm also dealing with a court case and multiple serious issues. Me, alright, here's the deal. I understand going through things and facing problems. Everyone does. My daughter was in the ER twice last week, and I've had plenty of issues since and before then. You've had an entire month now to pay me, and quite frankly I'm sick of waiting and having to chase you down for this. I expect to be paid in full by 5 p.m. CST. If you choose not to do so, I'll be contacting my lawyer and I will be suing you for theft of services. This can include jail or potential prison time with added fees. I'm also considering civil court in order to recover losses for all the time I've had to spend chasing down payment. I've been very merciful up to this point, but this is too far. Here's his reply about half an hour later. This guy is something else. Dude, seriously? I'm with my lawyers sorting out something important. Do not threaten me again. I have not stolen anything. Frankly, I advertised a flat rate payment of $50 for the job. Read it. It's on Upwork. In black and white. It should have taken no more than 2 hours maximum and I never agreed to $100 per hour or 7 hours work. That's BS. I have paid you twice what I agreed to on Upwork and was prepared to pay you more out of the goodness of my heart, but that will have to be next week. I'm sorry, but anything I pay you now is a favor, not owed. Please stop harassing me. Update 5. Sorry guys, forgot to update before. I'm surprised so many people are still wanting updates. Here's my reply to his most recent message. Well, client Snami, I have a family to feed and a business to run, so this is pretty high priority for me. You haven't stated any problem with paying $640 until recently. You in fact told me you would pay me that the day after we finalize the project. I don't want to hear another word unless you're telling me you're sending me money right now. His reply, I told you I'd pay you $400, which is way more than I should be as a compromise. Next week you'll make another payment. I cannot this week now. This was as of about a week or two ago. Still haven't heard a word from him since then with no such promised payment of $400. I've been speaking to a local lawyer and we are getting a battle plan ready. Update 6. The 9th of October 19. Hey everyone, so sorry for the silence on updates. Unfortunately this is being put on the back burner for now. I'm currently going through a divorce, so I'm trying to focus on that and keeping my mental health in check. Hope you all have been well, and I'll keep posting updates as much as I can. Cheers. Update 7. The 26th of September 2019. Met with a divorce lawyer today. Been told that my case for custody is really solid, especially since I work from home. Hoping this will go really quick, so I can move on with my life and eventually come back with some good news on this case as well. Thanks again for all the support, guys. I really appreciate all the kind words. Till next time.